All right, you all know Juicy Lucy. Now allow me to introduce you to my friend, Juicy Lucia. All right, this burger is going to be a Mexican twist on the famous Juicy Lucy cheeseburger, and we're going to kick this recipe off with a corn salsa based topping. I have here 1 ear of corn that I roasted on the grill outside just earlier this morning. Cut the kernels from the ear, as you can see. This is 1 fairly large jalapeno. I went ahead and removed that membrane, the seeds, and I minced it very finely. And if you don't want the heat that the jalapeno provides, then I would go with something like an Anaheim chili. I have here 2 tablespoons of finely minced red onion. I have here 1 finely minced habanero pepper. Again, the membrane and the seeds were removed. This is going to pump up the heat to another degree. If you don't want that heat, just don't use this at all. But I really like the habanero because it has a kind of a nice fruity flavor to it. I have some chopped cilantro here, and I'm just going to add a couple pinches. 1 clove of garlic, finely minced. This is 1/2 of a Mexican lime. I'm just going to squeeze in a little bit of juice, kind of brighten it up a little bit. Okay, if I were to mix all this up right now, we'd have a really nice corn salsa. But again, I want to turn this into a burger topping, and I need a binder. I have here 2 tablespoons of mayo, 1 tablespoon of chipotle adobo sauce, 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Get this mixed up. There we go. It smells really good, that corn smell. I'm going to go ahead and cover this, place it in the fridge, and we are going to move on to the next condiment of this burger. The next thing I'm going to make is a tequila lime butter. I have here 1 stick of butter, and obviously this recipe for pretty much everything I'm making here, we're looking at enough condiments for 4 burgers, 4 or 5 burgers maybe. This is the zest of 1 medium lime. Then I have here 2 tablespoons of tequila. Let's get this mixed up. And there we are. We are actually ready to move on to the fun part, which is actually creating that stuffed burger patty. So for this burger, I'm using these really beautiful, freshly baked Tolero rolls. So I'm not weighing any of the meat. I'm basically going off the size of the bun. I'm just trying to make it a little bit larger to accommodate for the shrinkage of the meat as it cooks. I have here some chuck that I ground this morning. It's probably about 80-20. If you're going to buy the meat pre-ground, definitely go with 80-20. Just going to start forming this patty here, and I'm going to make it thin. All right, I'm going to set this one off to the side and get going with another. That's looking good. So on this particular patty, I'm going to go ahead and cut the parchment. You'll see why in a minute. Let me wash my hands. All right, as you can see, I have that first patty in place, and I have here some chorizo that I cooked up this morning. Just kind of got it all rendered out. It's in nice little crumbs. All right, this is a Mexican pork chorizo. So it's not cased. Basically, it comes in a tube or a chub. And I selected this. It's got a lot of nice spice and a lot of paprika. And it's basically going to season these thin patties from the inside out and go through the cheese and everything. It's going to be really cool. Now for that cheese, again, this is a Juicy Lucia. Needs to have some cheese, and I'm going with Oaxaca cheese. This is a Mexican cheese from Oaxaca, Mexico, and it's known for its meltability. It's a really good, really delicious cheese. Great on quesadillas. All right, now that second patty. Get this parchment off rather. There we go. So I'm basically just crimping this edge, and I want to leave a void elsewhere, you know, around the cheese and everything. I don't want to pack this down too much, because basically what I'm looking for is, as the cheese melts and as that chorizo starts doing its business with the cheese, I want everything to kind of spread throughout the void inside this burger here. So that's looking good. So now I'm going to cut the parchment just to make it more manageable when I hit that flat top with it. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the fridge now. Just let it chill, let it kind of tighten up a little bit. In the meantime, I'm going to get that grill fired up. I will meet you guys outside. All right, we're using the Weber kettle today. I got the Ballistic griddle in place, and I have a little lump charcoal under here, and that's simply to toast the Torella rolls that I'm going to be using. Let's get this patty down, this gigantic patty. I have here some adobo seasoning I'm going to hit it with. More adobo. And we're going to toast those Torella rolls all buttered up with that tequila lime. I'm getting a good color transfer halfway through. I think we're ready to flip. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and pierce this right here. That's just to allow this to vent. Good toast on the buns. All right, let's eat. All right, let's kick this off with that gigantic patty here. That corn salsa topping. Now here's something I didn't tell you about. I have here some, wherever you come from, it's cracklins, fried pork rind, or chicharron. They're good, and I've basically taken some, basically it's fried pork rind, fried pork skin with the fat on there, and I've crunched them up into smaller pieces for this burger just to give it another dimension of texture. Now I have a Mexican lime, just again, brightens it up. Let's go ahead and crown this bad boy, or girl I should say. And there we go. We have to slice this. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see the chorizo, oh, mixed in with the cheese. This is going to be good. I'm salivating right now. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Wow. So that tequila lime butter, it's not like hit me in the face, but when I think about it, I know it's there. I can actually pick it up. I'm picking up those tequila flavors, picking up that lime zest. So I like it. It's a good, kind of balances everything off. Mission successful, because this tastes like a Mexican meal right here in my hand. I'm very happy with all the spices, but again, it's very well balanced. It's not killing me with spice or heat. I'm happy, very happy. So beer today, we're drinking a Pilsner. It's a Mexican Pilsner. Brand is Bohemian. It's again one of my go-to brands. I really love the Modelo and Bohemia, good beers. Anyway guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Keep those suggestions rolling in. And I know some of you guys get frustrated because I don't get to them right away, but believe me, I have a huge list. And I have to mix in my copycat requests with these, my personal creations. So I appreciate your patience. Anyway guys, thanks for stopping by. See you in the next video. Cheers.